Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? We got our match watch along today live from 3 p.m. Obviously, we're on early. Well, not on early, but you know how the deal is. You know the drill already. If you are a subscriber and a loyal fan. So, QPR Derby, last home game of the season. How we all doing? Hopefully, we're all okay. As you can tell by the title, this potentially could be the last game of Paul Nardi. I'm not surprised to see him on because it is the last home game of the season. And usually when you play these type of games, it's either to say goodbye or what. We'll find out at the end of the day what's going on anyway. But yeah, here are the teams. So for QPR, in goal, Paul Nardi. Back four of Davis, Clark, Sowell, Edwards, and Mbenge. In the midfield, Smith, Varane, Morgan, and Vale. Up front, Benny and Kone. For Derby, Zetterstorm in goal. Clark, Sanderson, and Langas in defence. Johnston, Thrall, Travis, and Ward in midfield. With Smodage and Brereton Diaz behind Morris. So, who do we have in the chat? We got Ryan already in the chat. Hello mate, Nardi last appearance. Yeah, it probably really is, mate. I'm not gonna lie, it really probably is. Am I surprised he's playing? No. I did say he'd probably play. You know, it's a bit weird how... The only thing that I would say is weird about it is that he is meant to be on strike, but now he's playing. It's kind of like... You know, I think we all know he's leaving at the end of the season. You know, I'm a big fan of Nardi. I think he's one of our best keepers for a while. But if he's leaving, he's leaving. What can we do? So yeah, it'll probably be announced soon. So yeah. Paul, welcome to the chat. Hello DB, you good mate? I'm good, man. Just a bit of a weird squad. I know we ain't fighting for anything. The bench is incredible. I'm not even going to lie. The bench is very strong for us. So for our bench, it is Ben Hamer, Escudina, Adamson, Isaac, Kogiseto, Matson, Chair, Colley, and Burrell. So we have a strong bench there. Hopefully can make a difference. Now, the Derby though is a bit weird because they have a very strong bench, and you know there's certain players that are not on that field that I think could change the game. So for me, I'm thinking John Eustace has a plan to win this game, and he's going to wait till the second half to do it and see what QPR do, like what we did against Derby at their ground. So yeah. West 12p, afternoon, we hope everything's good. Everything's good, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I think it's Nardi's last game today. Be sad to see him go. It will. I think, look, it's not great how we've treated players this season. Especially with Nardi and everyone like that. You know, obviously, you got to kind of put favourites to a side and see what the manager and the head coach or the assistant or whoever it is that has what the plan is to be. And, you know, at the start of the season, we all knew Joe Walsh was going to be number one for us, but he wasn't number one on by T-shirt. You know, I think Joe Walsh has not had an incredible season, but he's been okay sometimes. Do I think any keeper has had a better season? I think all three of them, even with Ben Hamer, I think all three of them have had a very similar season. You know, it's not great when you start seeing the goalkeepers change in a season. You know, we've had 3 keepers play in one season, which to me, you know, as long if it's down to injuries, then I would say yeah. Then 100% I would be like, okay. But if it's just to rotate squad in the sense of you don't know who you want to play, it's a big problem. We need to stick with one keeper next season to play and keep someone on the bench, whether that's Ben Hamer. Ben Hamer will probably leave the club anyway, so we definitely need to bring in, in my opinion, a number one. We do for sure next season if Nardi's not going to stay, which likely looks like that way. Ryan says bench is better than the starting team. You gotta remember it's the last home game. He's probably giving these players a little run around to see how they do. Daniel, like I said, every time we come to the last game of the season at home, you can't be surprised that we play youngsters. You know, we've done it many times, many seasons. You know, I remember when Ilya Sher came on for QPR, making his appearance on the last day of the season when we, I think it was when we actually got promoted. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. Was hoping to see. Sorry. Oh, David says well one. Thank you. For tuning in, David, much love. Was hoping to see a couple of youngsters on the bench, but shows Julian do want to win the game. You know, whether he wants to win this game or not, at the end of the day, I would love to win it anyway. We have to win it. You know, we can't end the season on a real bad low, like Robert has said. It's a difficult game. It really is. Derby are fighting for promotion into the playoffs, and there's a lot into it where, you know, whether we're playing naughty, whether it's because the fans are moaning or it is definitely his last game, which I think it is to do with that. Obviously, they're not going to show the goodbyes if you're at the stadium, but a lot of the time people put on Twitter at the end of the game what they think and what they see. So yeah, personally, I think he is leaving, and that's the end of it, really. Now, youngster-wise, we're only playing youngsters that we know are quality enough to be in that first team. You know, for me, Isak is a European player who has played in European football in a higher rank of first team at a young age. He's a very interesting young talent, and I'm not surprised he's on the bench. The only thing I would say is Tyron Smith was not really impressed in the first team against teams in the Championship. He did have a great cup game in against Plymouth, but since then, even then, it's not been great for him. You know, he's been in the fault with two weird challenges that one was a penalty and one wasn't. But yeah, I think the team that we have at the moment, it just shows you certain things. You know, there is certain players that are missing from the first team still, but I would say realistically, let me move the thing out of the way. Hang on. Let's move that out of the way. We've got sugar everywhere, people. We've got sugar everywhere. Sorry, I just had a pretzel. Got a big mess coming. Hang on. Yeah, I at the end of the day, I want to win this game. It's that simple. I want to win this game. It's that important to me. You know, we got to end the season at home strong, whether that's a big win or a small win. If we could kill Derby off today out of the playoffs, happy days. But at the end of the day, for me right now, we have to win this game. It's that simple. Was hoping to see. P says Nardi will let the first shot. Listen, this thing with Nardi letting the shot in, it's a bit ridiculous because, you know, there's been games where he hasn't let the first. It's just a coincidence where he has played. And look, every time he has played, I'll be honest, it's a defensive issue that we have, not a goalkeeper. Like, so if you know more, like, for me, I obviously am very clear on tactics in the sense of numbers and wise. You know, there's like a XG on what you see from a player's perspective, goalkeeper wise, and defense's perspective. You know, there's a certain stat where you could check whether it's a defensive issue or a goalkeeper issue. Now, the more shots that are saved and let through, that means it's a defensive issue. Even though if it goes in, it is still a problem with a defensive issue. You know, most of our keepers have had mistakes this season, but I'm still putting down to a poor defense this season has been one of the things that we need to fix in the summer. So yeah, is letting Nardi play today supposed to make him feel better? No, it's just to say goodbye, Amir. It's just to say goodbye. You know, the fans probably want to see him say his goodbyes and go from there. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Raphael Varane leave at the summer as well. You know, I think Julian wants to bring his own players in. I think Julian has probably asked to bring his own players in. You know, there's been a lot of questions about him saying about experienced players, but I feel like when he says experienced players, I feel like he means in the championship, not just abroad. You know, because we've been using the European market quite a bit. We have, you know, with Madsen, you know, Varane and some other players there. In my opinion, I get what he's saying, and I know a lot of people question him a lot of the time, but I honestly think Julian is a good head coach. I really do. I don't think he's bad whatsoever. I think he's still got a lot to learn, but we'll see that next summer. We'll see that in the summer, and we'll see that next season and pre-season. You know, we need to get some players fit and strengthen them up. You know, Poku has put obviously on Instagram and social media about his injury problems this season. It happens, you know, but it's too much for him, and I did say he shouldn't play the rest of the season. I did say that. Hello DB, hello everyone. Robert says he's in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Robert, you good? All right, Paul saying hello. Sorry, I shouldn't really need to read that out. We are 4 minutes to go until kickoff. They're running late. It looks like usually they're out by now. The music's on. What is your score predictions, people? Put it in the chat. I'm going over 2-0 wins QPR. I think Kone will score today. I actually genuinely think that. Varane gone this summer is number priority. The guy is awful. Only here because of his name. I don't think that is. Look, even though he's a step brother to Raphael. If you actually watched him for Girona, you'd know why we got him. You know, he was the talk of the town in Spain for a bit as a young midfielder for Girona, and there was many clubs after him, and we got him for a good price. You know, Norwich were after him, and some other teams were after him, but I wouldn't slag him off. You know, he hasn't had a great season this season, but he had an amazing season last season after his, you know, red card against Blackburn. You know, I think he's done an incredible job. I'm still a fan of his, but this season has not been very impressive for him. So yeah. W12, Pete says 1-1 win to Derby County. Fair enough. H Football says hi DB. Hello H Football, how are you? Going 2-1 today. Think Kone and Burrell off the bench to score. Okay, Paul. Nice. Not bad. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. It does help the channel. Subscribe if you want to as well. If you're a new subscriber, if you're a new viewer. Went to the last Derby home game when we won 4-0, and also went to the last home game last season when we lost 5-0. Yeah, Derby's it's gonna be a strong game from Derby, man. Look. You know, today is like pretty much looking at when we watch against Burnley last season. Are we going to see a team that wants to put effort in, or are we going to see a team that has given up? Now, if that team looks like he's given up, I'll tell you something. The rumours that about Julian and stuff like that leaving, I would not be surprised. So, yeah. So let's go from there, really. Teams are out now. You probably heard the commentary a bit loud. I had to turn it down. Oh, my God. Guys, I'll give you a fair warning. Don't eat a fucking cinnamon pretzel before or on a desk. It's fucking stupid. Honestly, the amount of sugar, whatever you want to fucking call it, that's on me right now is fucking ridiculous. We should beat Derby. We should beat Derby, 100%. But listen, look. They got a good bench, they do, and they got a plan like they did against us at their ground. So, yeah, we're actually kind of on time today. I'm not gonna lie, we're actually doing a really good stream and a good job today for a stream. So yeah, let's get the scoreboard up anyway. Let's get the score on. So let's get the clock up before, you know, that mistake happens yet again. All right, there we go. First half. Julian's out in the suit, so that's a special thing to see today. Showing off his glam, I guess. Watch us get embarrassed, Amir says, today, and then go to promotion fighting team on the last day and win 1-0 like last season. Look, you know, look, there's nothing to fight for. I'm not going to sit here and start slagging off players if we lose or what. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not great, especially at home, but yeah, our season's ended now, man. We're not going anywhere. All we can do is finish in the top 15, really. That's like that. So yeah, Collie has braids now. He might actually fucking get a header on target then. I'm joking. I think Collie does well with having an afro, to be honest. Like, Darby's having a team talk. Travis having a word with him about winning the game and playoffs. no doubtly. Amadou Mbengue is on the right. Yeah. Well, let's switch the to the watch along. Alright, so Derby to kick off, facing the lower loft. And it will be all kicking off in about a couple of seconds. I think it's 4-4-2 formation, I'm not gonna lie. And there we go, we're off. QPR against Derby, last home game of the season. It's been a weird up and down Derby season yet again. But let's finish off on a high. Yeah, let's finish off a high. Let's kill the stream. Let's try and get this stream to the highest views for the last home game and the most likes we've had this season. Gone along by Derby. Clark Salter heading it away. Derby's still on it though. Clark Salter doing really well defending there. It looks like it could actually generally be 4-2-3-1, not 4-4-2. Vale is in the middle today. Kieran Morgan on the ball now. Gone long down the wing. Good ball actually by Kieran Morgan. Paul Smith on the wing. What can he do with it here? Bit of a issue with the sun there. Into the middle. Varane. Good play. Vale whips it into the box. Kone. And it's just gone past him on the wrong side. Goal kick. What do we have in the chat going on? Collie has would be funny to see us ruin Derby's promotion hopes again, Mir says. My mate's at Loftus Road and he's not a QPR fan. I feel bad for him, Pete says. Well, I can't say much on that one, unfortunately. I can't say much on that. Let's try and hit 30 likes today, people. It does help the channel. Alright. Paul Smith, Vale actually, is that Vale? Yeah, Vale's done really well there on the ball into the middle. We've had a good start. Vale goes out wide to Paul Smith. What vision from him into the box. Paul Smith, and it's just too much skill there for him. Not a very skillful player, Paul Smith is, but very speedy guy. Robert says Kone couldn't jump to save his life. It was actually on the wrong side of him. Oh, great play by Paul Smith there. He's still on the ball. He's done really well. What can he do with it? He's gone wide to Daniel Benny on the right. Into the box. Oh, God. It's an awful pass by Benny to Amadou Mbengue. Right. Take your time, boys. We played it to Varane into the middle now. Takes his time. Goes back out wide, I think. Yep. Kieran Morgan. Oh, sorry. Ronnie Edwards, I should say. My apologies. Amadou Mbengue on the right. Harvey Vale. Back into the middle to Varane. And it's an unlucky pass there by Davis, I believe that was. Vale goes down. And it's gone straight to Derby County. And we're looking alright at the moment. We're looking alright. But yeah, Robert, I was saying, Kone, it was just wrong side of him. Eleanor, hi DB. Good challenge there by Davis. Hi DB. I was at Loft on Tuesday night. And to be honest, it was never a penalty because it wasn't in the box. It was not in the box. Paul Smith on the wing, crosses it in, it's a good ball. Oh, no one in there, no Kone whatsoever to be seen. Daniel Benny keeps it in, done really well. Harvey Vale, edge of the box to Morgan. Into the middle to Kone, is he onside? Yep, he's onside, but Derby do very well, holding their back line to clear it away. We're back on it. We're looking really good. The attacking threat, every player in their half is what I like to see. This is what we saw at the start of the season with the attacking threat, and this is what I love to see. Derby goes long, and it's still in. Clark Salter going to let it go, I think, for a goal kick. No, he's just taking his time. The ball's bobbling pretty slowly on that ground in the shade there. Kassar, hello, how are you? Hello friend, I'm making a new career with QPR. C Cook is out. You think who is going out to? Sorry for bad English. Brazilian guy, what's position needs transfer? As in, are we talking in real life or in the game what you're talking about? I'm guessing with I'm guessing FIFA. I'm guessing. A lot of positions need changing, a lot of sales need to be done. We need to get rid of a lot of dead wood. But I would say defensive issues are a big problem for us. Wing backs and a centre back, a goalkeeper. Oh, it's 1-0, is it? No, No, it's in the post. Oh my god. Oh, great start, as in what Pete is saying right now in chat. Kone very unlucky there. Paul Smith unlucky there. Oh, Daniel Benny's done an incredible job to get it into an area. Kone, good save there. Vale, it wasn't Paul Smith. It's it's an absolute great start. Robert even agreeing. That's once in a lifetime thing that you see from Robert. But yeah, he's gonna probably moan that Kone should have scored that. I would say defense, wing backs, goalkeeper, Casa, and probably a number 8 and a creative player we need work on, to be honest. So yeah, Steve Cook, great guy in real life. I make real transfers in career. Nardi is not good. Nardi is brilliant. Look, can we stop with this thing about Nardi is not good? Nardi is brilliant. Okay, you know, I feel like a lot of people are getting on his back too much now. You know, if you want to see shit goalkeeping, I can name 5 other keepers that are worse than him this season. So yeah. Looks like we'll become shit come 20 minutes. I listen, let's try to stay positive, people. Let's try to stay positive. The last game of the season at home. Let's try and see if we, you know, get this win going. You know, the boys are looking great at the moment. You know, Clock Salter is actually playing. Yeah. Alright, Vale on the ball. Into the bot, it just gets challenged. He's won it back out. Is it going to be a free kick? No, he's fallen. It's a bit wet, that surface. I get what you mean, though, Pete. I get what you mean. Like, Clark's all on the ball. Let's not mess it up now at the back. It's going to be a throw-in to Derby County, I believe. It should have been to QPR. If you want to see shit keeping, just watch Walsh. Thank you, Ryan. Listen, look, Walsh ain't shit either, man. Walsh is just... Listen, look. We definitely need a new keeper. I'm only saying that because of the playing style of what Julian wants. You know, and he doesn't know what he wants. I think out of the 3 keepers that we got, none of them have impressed him. Let's be honest. None of them have impressed him. Cooper is someone that impresses me a lot, but is he going to get first team next season? I don't know. I personally would say we definitely need to go in for a keeper for sure. Davis is free here down the wing. Paul Smith is calling for it. And what is Davis doing? Just taking his time. Getting into the box though. Plays it back to Paul Smith. Smith whips it in, back post. And is it going to be a penalty? Nope. Vale could have done a lot better on that back post. Walsh, Nardi or Cooper, I would always choose Nardi. I'm not gonna lie, I would always choose Nardi. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it, but look, in this day and age, you gotta look at stats. If you look at the stats on each keeper, Nardi is the one that probably I would say is not making the mistakes as much as the others. I know I can't really put Ben Hamer in the conversation because Ben Hamer has not really played this season. So yeah, I like Ben Hamer though. The Robert comment. Nardi should be our number 1. He is our number 1, but obviously he's not been playing this season. Like, he's going at the end of the season, it looks it though. Amadou Mbenge goes for a shot from about 25 yards. It's gone for a corner. First 10 minutes looks really good for QBR. Paul, we're doing really well, mate. We're doing really well at the moment. We're looking very good. Right. Corner to be taken. I don't know who's taking it yet. Harvey Vale to take. Gets whipped in. Back post. It's actually a good cross in. Kone. Is that Kone in the back post or Clark Salter? It's Clark Salter. Let's check something here. Just want to check something. So yeah, I have gone with a 2-0 prediction for today for QPR. I have. Tornado on the ball at the moment. Ronnie. Amadou and Benge down the wing. Straight to a Derby County player. And it's kept in. And it's gone straight to Kone in the middle. Paul Smith on the run in the middle. Holds it back. He's done really well to turn it. He shoots. And it's not the best shot, but alright. I see some names in my research linked to QPR. John Amas. It's not John Amas. It's Harry Amas, isn't it? And Boy Kemper. McCracken. Should I sell Burrell? No, you should not sell Burrell. Burrell was quality. Burrell's been our second best player this season. If I had to go, oh shit, Nardi, well done there. Good call there by Ronnie Edwards. If I had to say anything, Burrell has probably been better than Kone this season. Oh shit, Amadou's gone over the top. Jesus Christ, hopefully he's alright. He's gone over the fucking top. Fuck. Damn, is he alright? He went over the... mate, fucking... He's just gone over the top the fucking barrier. Oh, shit. Even Julian's checking on him. Fuck me. That was mad. Hopefully none of the crowd are hurt. Oh, it's not looking great. He might have a broken arm here. Oh, he's gone into someone. He's gone into someone. He seems alright. He seems okay for now. Hopefully the person in the crowd's alright. Hopefully. Listen, mate. Sunderland, Wolves, all them. They're just rumours at the moment. They're not. It's nothing crazy at the moment. Until they make a bid and we see him leave, then cool. But at the end of the day, you know, the price tag is 10 mil. It's that simple right now. They've indicated that. You know, Amas, I want at QPR. I've been wanting Amas for a couple of seasons now. Boy Kemper, don't know much about him. I've seen a couple of videos since we've been linked with him. Seems like a very talented player like Kenneth Powell was in that division. Goalkeeper wise, we haven't really been linked with anyone apart from a foreign guy abroad. I know there's been links with a guy from Wigan, I think it is, but it's not a strong source for me to actually sit there and say it's gonna happen. But yeah, listen, if I had to sit here and say out of all the keepers that I want us to sign, is Victor Johansson from Stoke for sure. I think he's a very impressive goalkeeper. He's a very good shot stopper, reflexer. He can save a ball from 2 yards out. So yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I think if we're gonna look at anything, you know, our goalkeeping ability has kind of changed since we've lost our goalkeeping coach. Good ball by Kone to Vale. Oh, sorry, Daniel Benny. Into the box, back to Vale. Vale, great touch, shoots. It's 1-0 QPR. Come on. Vale. It's Vale. Come on. He's going to be a star man for us next season, Vale is. That's 1-0. 1-0 QPR. Harvey Vale with a great goal there. Great play by QPR. This is what I've been seeing all of the start of the season. This is what we were missing for the rest of the season, to be honest. Good play by Benny to pull it back, and it's a great strike. To be honest, it could be an own goal. It could likely be an own goal with the way Derby, it comes for Derby player. But Vale making it 1-0 in the 13th minute. Great goal, great start to QPR. And yeah, let's finish this last home game with a big result, man. Come on. Vale, incredible young talent, have praised him all this season. And yeah, next season, hopefully he becomes our star man. Stokes says, goal. Come on, let's thrash Derby, Pete says. Hoops, Derby must really hate playing us. Listen, look, Derby are up and down team. They are. Look, John Eustace is a great head coach. I'm not going to talk shit about him because he's done an incredible job with Derby, Blackburn and some other clubs. Unfortunately, he wasn't great enough for us. So, unfortunately, he did get sacked. So, yeah. But, great start to QPR for the day. 13 minutes gone, 1-0. Harvey Vale, assist by Daniel Benny. Our attack has been brilliant today. No playing backwards football, far as I can see, apart from that time right now. Paul Nardi clears up the pitch right now to Kone. It's headed back. Great touch and control by Paul Smith. Sees Daniel Benny on the right wing. Can we make this 2? Sees Amadou. Amadou wants it. Played back to Vale. It's a shit pass by Vale there into the box. Keeps it in. It's a great flick onto Amadou and Benge. Are we going to see the flicks and tricks today? Benge crosses it in. Cleared away by Clark. Varane holds it back. Plays it back to Ronnie. Ronnie calling Clark Saw in for the ball. Julian wants to win. Will Collie come on today? Hopefully, Alan. Hopefully. It's an unlucky ball there by Kieran Morgan. And he's done well to try and get back. Vale Varane as well. Daniel Benny gets pushed, but great control. Great play by Daniel Benny. Oh, brilliant. I'm liking this today. This is looking good. Varane, great ball to Kieran Morgan. Kieran Morgan shoots. Oh, it's just gone over the bar. It's just 25 yards out and over the bar. The keeper, I reckon, would have got it, though. Great start by QPR. It's great confidence by Kieran Morgan. We know we can crack them shots in from anywhere. Absolute brilliant play. Prediction 1-0 Vale. 1-1. Jesus Christ. Narrative Davis and Hayden should stay for you, or sell him. Sell him. Sell him. Sell him. I don't want Davis next season. Look, Hayden is a great experienced player for the bench, but it depends on what wages he's on. You know, I think there's other players that we can go for, but I would say Hayden hasn't really played much this season. But yeah, I think Hayden's a good experienced player. It's gone long by Darby Morris, and it's a bad vision there to even control the ball. And smudged it. I'm not even going to pronounce his name, but he's a very talented player, that guy is. Users signed him from Blackburn, I believe. Actually, Smudgix went to, didn't he go to Ipswich? Didn't he go to Ipswich when they got promoted? I'm not too sure. Alright, Davis whips the ball in. Kone controls it in the box still. Plays it back. And it's going to be out for a goal kick. Oh no, the keeper's fumbled it here. And it's cleared away. It's a good try by Morgan, that shot was. Very good try. Derby County panicking, Pete says. Great start by QPR. I'll be honest, I felt confident today, but not this. I didn't feel like we would be seeing this type of QPR. And this is what I've been saying at the start of the season. A lot of people were saying that I was talking a lot of crap about this, right? This is the football I was seeing against Ipswich and all that. And no, not Ipswich, Preston. You know, we had a bad couple of games at the start, but the playing styles of our attack have been so brilliant at the start of the season, and that's what we've been missing. And today, we're looking like that, you know, and hopefully if our defence can stay confident and composed and get them balls into the areas of what Kone, Harvey Vale up front, I reckon we could do Derby really goodly here. Just tuned in with what Nardi is playing. Word Up says, and it says, what did I miss? How was the goal? It was a brilliant goal. Absolutely brilliant. Daniel, great play to Daniel Benny. Daniel Benny tucks it back to Vale. Vale gave it a little shot at the forward. Or at the goal, I should say. Ken Wheeler, Nardi is crap. Nardi is not crap, Ken Wheeler. Why is he speaking live? Pete says. I don't know what you mean. What are you on about? Right, throwing QPR. Right, it's a throw in. Norrington Davis to take it. It's gone long. Kone gets ahead to it. Straight to a Derby County player though. Travis. Don't get too excited. It's the end of the season. Listen, look. I'm not getting excited. I'm just... It's like I said all season, man. You know, we could blame so many scenarios, but for what I've been seeing, and a lot of people have asked me what I've liked about Julian Stefan, and that is the attacking play compared to what Marty offered us. So yeah, we're seeing it today. Right now, we're looking like a bit right now. That was a bit of a dangerous play there by Nardi and Ronnie Edwards, but we've got up the field. I'll look for goalkeeper, left back, and some centre mid for good pass on one striker. And what do you think in case of don't sell Burrell? Do not sell Burrell. Burrell is going to be a top player for us next season. Derby on the ball anyway. Kieran Morgan and Ronnie Edwards. Paul Smith getting brought to the ground. No free kick. That's going to be a throw into QPR anyway. Gladbasson got player of the season. He deserved it. Paul says 100%. I agree. Eleanor says, did you see York Rochdale 1-0? It was for York. Nah. I missed it, to be honest. Sorry, man. Varane and Amadou. Amadou just cleared it into the middle for a Derby County player. Playing it back now. Wow, need a drink. 100%. Look, the thing is with Burrell, right? Burrell right now has done really good for his first season at QPR. He's impressed a lot of people. A lot of people questioned, such as myself, questioned his signing. But he's been a real breath of fresh air. Next season, I honestly believe if he stays, he will, I reckon, be challenging and stays fit for Golden Boot. If he does, I reckon we could sell him for a good fee. I reckon. But do I think he'll be... Look, if I was Burrell right now, right, I would sit here and say, listen, look, I want to stay with QPR to see what happens next season. And if we get promoted to the Premier League, then I probably want to stay to see how the season goes with QPR in the Premier League. At the end of the day, whatever happens, if we stay up, we get whatever, he can be sold. You know, I wouldn't hate Burrell if it became that part. On Derby are in here, great defending there by Davis. Nardi doing really well. Smodage attacking really well there. Very dangerous threat Derby. RWG, HDB, how are you doing? I'm good, man. Thank you very much. How are you doing as well, RWG? Thank you for tuning in. Vale to Daniel Benny. Benny plays it back to Amadou. Right, and here we go. We're starting that backward passing now. Nardi pushing up with the ball. Great pass to Daniel Benny, but intercepted. Daniel Benny with a bad touch or pass, whatever that was. And it's cleared away by Derby for a throw into QPR in our own half. Kassar, what player do you want to see in QPR to buy? So in goal, I would say Victor Johansson for Stoke. Defensive issues, a centre-back wise. I quite like, there's a guy at Hull, Hughes, I think his name is. He's pretty decent. Right back wise, if we do need a right back, you know, I feel like Cody Dreyer from Hull as well could be a good sign-in. Amas, left back, pretty decent. And a number 8. For Percy, for me, Hayden Hackney. I think Hayden Hackney is an incredible player, but like he would ever come QPR. But yeah, those are the players that I think would change QPR right now. Oh, Smodage crosses it in. Amadou with a bad clearance there. It's going to be a corner up for Derby. It's mad that I've just said all them players and it's like, what the fuck? Hello, you. Right, corner for Derby. It's actually a packed out Loftus Road. Obviously, it is the last game of the season, so I'm not surprised. Right, whipped in. Cleared away by Clark Salter. Shot mistaken by Derby, and it's 1-0. 1-1. It's actually come off a player. Robert says, same old story. Smith making that left mid position for next season. Sato has a lot to do if he wants to start. David says, yeah, it's 1-1. 1-1. Derby have just scored a set piece. I need to have a look at it again to see. I had a feeling it was going to go in, to be honest. Let's have a look. So we've got a clear view here. Nardi getting bombarded by players at that first second. Do you know what? Listen, look, I can't even sit here yet again and blame Nardi. Like, I don't know why Varane is blocking Nardi's view. What are we doing there? We're not marking our players properly. We're not marking our players properly. QPR already attacked straight away there. First shot on target. Nardi, what did I tell you? Listen, look, look, everyone's entitled to their opinion on Nardi, man. Everyone's entitled. Look, I like Nardi. I think he's a good player. Look, majority of the time when I'm seeing right now, it's always a mistake or a deflection that's scoring when Nardi, you know, when Nardi is in goal. You know, whether we want to count it as a first shot on target, in my opinion, yeah, it can be on target, but obviously it's going towards the goal. But when Varane, Steve Cook, or whoever it is not doing their jobs properly and just wants to stand in Nardi's way, you know, it's crazy. While Varane going forward, he looks good, Robert says. What did I say 20 minutes ago? We will fall off. Yeah, you did. But do you know what? Would you count going 1-1 falling off? Personally, I would say realistically, where we just made another attack. Usually we drop off and fail right now. You know, it's 1-1. I'm not trying to defend the boys here, but we're looking a lot better than we have done in the last previous games, even when we was in form. You know, it looks like a different formation. Kone is looking like he wants to score. Robert would be with even Varane. I don't know if that was sarcasm, but Varane going forward looks interesting. Alright, it's blocked anyway by the wall by Vale. Clark Salter back to Davis. Davis on the ball, goes into the box, takes the deflection. Paul Swift controls it down. Sees Kieran Morgan is that. Oh, it's a bad touch there. Pete says we'll lose 3-1 now. Fair enough. Be funny if we didn't. Ronnie Edwards out wide. It's he's done Amadou and Benge there. Confused him so bad, it's gone out for a throw into Derby County. Alright. Intercepted by Vale. Vale's been brilliant today. And we're on the ball again. It sees Kone in the middle. What can Kone do with it? Cuts in. Very unlucky there. Very unlucky. Keep it clear. There's going to be a throw into QPR. Right, let's see what we can do here. Let's get another goal. Right, it's gone long. Headed away. Oh, Paul Swift. Varane plays it to Kieran Morgan. Whips it in. It's not the greatest of crosses. Is Nardi doing well? Listen, look, I'll leave the chat to do that. I'm not getting involved in the Nardi conversation. Where up says we should sign that wonder kid. I think his name is Jen Itaus. I'm not too sure who you're on about. I'll be honest, mate. Usually I know wonder kids, but I'll have a look at him in a minute. Or actually, I'll do it at halftime instead, because this game looks like it's going to be a big result. Amadou throws it in long again. Just too much height in there for Derby. It's gone, whipped in. Keeper saves it comfortably there. Alright, Derby on the ball. Oxford leading Sheffield Wednesday 2-0. Oh my god, Davis has been done. Smodage crosses it in, it's going out for a goal kick. Amadou has an amazing throw. Yeah. It's not old Bobby Zamora, David says. What about Ice Wallacan? I'm not sure who that is as well. I don't know who that is. Word up. I have no idea who you're on about. Ice, the fuck? What kind of fucking name is that? Varane on the ball. Oh, it's a great touch by Varane. Varane into the middle to Morgan. Morgan's got space here. Paul Smith, what can he do with it here? He takes a shot. Ooh, confuses the keeper. It's going to be a corner. If that's some sort of like word that you're trying to make me say, it was say something, you know, pretty dumb. That is, to be honest. If that's an actual freaking player. Right, Smith to take the corner. Oh, come on, boys. Let's get a goal. Come on, make it 2-1. Whipped in. God, what are we doing? It's kept in. Gonna be kept in by Derby. Alright, it's gone wide for Derby. Done really well defending straight away. Harvey Vale is doing an incredible job right now. My man in the match. Early days though. It is early days. By the sound of we're playing well. Amir, yeah, 100%. We're doing really well, man, I think. We just got we're on the ball. Kieran Morgan on the attack in the final third now. Into the middle to Vale. Vale. Out wide. Good ball to Smith. Into the box. It's going to be a corner to QPR. Good play by... Look, this is a lot of play. Where's this play been, man? I've missed seeing us play like this. I really have. I hope everyone's watching this, man. I really do. Alright, whipped in. Do you know what? You know, when Robert mentioned something about Varane, I don't know if he was being sarcastic, right? But maybe we should try Varane in more of an attacking role than a defensive midfield role. Maybe try that. See how he does. If I was Stefan, sell Varane, Nolly, don't keep Reese, loan Benny and Walsh, keep Morgan, buy a new left back, centre mid and goalkeeper. I feel like we need a new right back as well, mate, to be honest as well. Add into that list. But you got some good shouts there. Very unlucky there. Ronnie Edwards headed it on to Derby player. Derby try head it down and Clark Salter does really well. Absolutely smashed it there in winning that ball. Sees Paul Smith, Davis running into the box as an inverter. And he's being held off here. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Bad decision in my opinion. If you're going to do balls like that, it's got to go wide. But keeper comfortably gets it. 32 minutes gone. Derby on the ball right now with Clark. Alright, played back. Done so well, Amadou there. Daniel Benny to Vale, sorry. Kieran Morgan now. What can he do over here? Take his time, take your time, take your time. Yes, okay. Paul Smith, is that no? Davis, back to Morgan, to Paul Smith now. Into the middle to Varane. Varane shoots. Oh, it's an unlucky shot. It's an unlucky shot. Keeper gets to it though. Robert said, what's wrong with Amadou? Nothing's wrong with Amadou. What's up with Amadou? Nothing's wrong with him. I think Davis has done alright considering our season, better than some have performed. I would say he's been our best left-sided back best left wing back we have this season, but I just still don't think he's done well enough to keep him on. Varane is on cocaine this week. Great to see. Man's on cocaine. I think. Oh, hang on. Derby on the ball there. Good touch there by Smodids. Paul Smith needed to back out that challenge there. Back out wide to Smodids. Good block there by Davis. I think our mistake every summer, if buying too many players abroad this summer, we need players who've been in the championship. There is that, but you got to remember price tags as well. You know, if it's easier to get someone abroad for an easier price tag, and I get the experience. Look, the experience is what we need in the championship for sure. You know, but it's kind of hard to get. You know, you got to spend big bucks, and like he's been proving that with Kone, Ronnie Edwards. You know, teams want big bucks for their players. Why do you need a I don't need a right back. QPR need a right back. I don't need a right back. Why would I need a right back? No, look, I don't think Amadou is a great attacking right back. I think look, defensively he's a brilliant right back, but attackingly he's not a great right back. I think he's better in the middle with whoever plays in the middle next season. I also think that depending on the playing style of what Julian wants, but if we're gonna start playing him at right back a lot more, then I would say perhaps use him as not a wing back, use him as an inside fullback, where he pushes into the midfield when we attack, and let someone like Kieran Morgan or whoever it is in midfield push out wide to work it well there. Kone gets rid of it. What fee would you make sell Burrell this summer? Well, 10 mil is what the fee is at the moment. I would personally say 10 mil is brilliant. If we sell it for 10 mil. 10 mil is a brilliant thing, you know, whether he has a buyout clause or whatever. Yeah, he needs to work on his crosses 100%, but he also needs to work on his control on the ball when he's attacking, because every time he runs with the ball and with pace, he loses it. It's like watching Paul Smith in the rain kind of thing. Davis done well there. Derby on the ball though. Ronnie Edwards or Kieran Morgan, that is. I get confused with Kieran and Ronnie because they wear the fucking same boots. It's so annoying. Listen, like I said, I don't think Amadou's shit. Everyone knows Amadou Mbengue is one of my favourite players this season. You know, I really miss watching him in centre-back. I really do. I think he did an incredible impression in that first game against Preston. I really do. And I'd love to see him at centre-back. But, yeah. Kone in the box. Great touchdown. Daniel Benny shoots. It's going to be a corner to QPR. That's pocket change to the Premier League. Yeah, I'll be honest. For me, Daniel Benny, it's not Daniel Benny, Burrell, I don't want to sell him. I don't want to see him go, but look, 10 mil is a good price tag for him. It's actually, if you want me to be honest, I think it's overpricing him, but yeah. The Red Horde, Wrexham fan here, let's get that 3 points QPR. Whipped in. Oh, just goes above everybody. It's going to be a throw into Derby, or a goal kick, I think, maybe. I think Wrexham need us to beat Derby to get a chance going. We're not going to score full time. We won 1 word up. Try looking at their hands instead of their boots. Try looking at their heads, sorry, instead of their boots. Look, when I'm first looking at when I'm looking at the screen, the quality is not exactly amazing for QPR TV. So when I look at a player, if it's at the back of a line, you're expecting either Ronnie Edwards. Daniel Benny does really well there. I say that and I've jinxed him. Kone chasing it. Derby on the ball. From the back. Into the middle to Kieran Morgan. He's done really well today, Kieran Morgan has. Out wide to Davis. Paul Smith. Go around the back. Yep, well done. Paul Smith cuts in. Shoots again. It's an awkward shot for the keeper, but he gets rid of it. Derby struggling here. Amadou chasing, putting pressure on him. Good defending there by Amadou. And Daniel Benny is a throw into Derby. Absolutely incredible, man. Absolutely incredible play. How are we not winning, Robert says? Simple as the fact that we're not really, I would say, pushing Derby to their limits. Like Kieran Morgan. Oh, it's a good 1-2 there. Paul Smith on the ball. Cuts into the box. Kone plays it back to Morgan. It's a bad pass and it's an awful shot. We're still on it though. Davis back to Morgan. Yeah, sometimes I think Kieran Morgan's passing ability sometimes can be too strong when he's passing it short. Amadou into the middle to Ronnie. Ronnie goes with a long ball out wide to Davis. What a ball. Great touch. Control down. Whipped in. Kone touch. Shoots. Corner QPR. Kone's looking decent, Robert. Kone's looking decent, Robert, mate. Whipped in. Cleared away by Derby. It's so hard with the height for Derby, man. Kone on the ball. Taking his time. Into the middle. Daniel Benny just not enough effort there by himself. It's going to be a throw into Derby County. Daniel Benny's actually done a good job there to throw the ball onto the pitch and stop that. What rubbish, Robert says. Alright, it's gone long. Cleared away. What are these two doing? They're not calling. They're not communicating. Kieran Morgan. Oh, he's fouled Derby County's player there. Davis and Morgan need to communicate. It's Davis yet again. He can't. Look, there needs to be some sort of communication going here, boys. Come on. What are we doing? I think Kieran Morgan got booked there. I'm not sure. Yeah, Robert, I know. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Are we for real right now? Oh my God, what are we doing right now? Alright, Nardi's cleared it. Amadou interception. Varane on the ball. Varane into the middle to Kone. 1-2's it. Oh, it's just unlucky play there by Rangers. Oh, it's very unlucky there. Good play. It's going to be a throwing. QPR already want this right now. Davis just goes for a shitty cross. It's going to be a long throw-in, I think, from Paul Smith. Come on, Paul. The long throw in. Headed away. Derby clear it. Gone long. Can Nadi come out and do something with it? Clears up the field. Daniel Benny on the ball into the middle to Harvey Vale. Harvey Vale shots, and it's a good save by Derby. It's going to be a corner, I think, maybe. Yep. This is why I'm so critical about QPR. Where's this football been all season? Robert says. Well, like I said, if you watch the start of the season, this is what football was doing at the start, and this is what I've been saying to everyone. Where has it been? I'm in the same bracket, but in the sense of I've seen this football at the start of the season, and this is why I keep going on about it. A lot of people have been saying, no, I haven't. This is the playing style of the attacking rate that we played against Preston, against other teams as well. And that's why I was so intrigued about Julian. Right, whipped in. Oh, it's a goal! It's 2-1! No, it's not. It's offside. It's offside. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. A corner offside, really? Is it offside or a free kick? It's not a goal, Robert. It's not a goal. It's not a goal. It's been it's been withdrawn. I want to see this. Why is it been, what's it been ruled for? So according to it, it's a free kick. Possibly, it looks like it could be a free kick on the keeper. So yeah. It's just a different team against Swansea, mate. It was a different team. It's a corner to Derby anyway. It wasn't offside, it was a free kick, Ryan. I think it was a free kick on the keeper. We did foul. It looked like we fouled the keeper. Derby whip it in anyway. Cleared away by QPR. Paul Smith. No Kone up front to even think about a counter attack. And there it is. I forgot to put the added time of 2 minutes. I was too interested in the game. But that's half time. QPR Derby going half time 1-1. A lot actually to talk about, to be honest. And I'm really happy that we have seen the Rangers that I've been going on about at the start of the season. And yeah, give me a second. Let's do that. There we go. Right, so let's move it over to the chat. What's the chat saying? How was that offside? Benny has looked good, I think, Ryan says. I would say this, right? This whole attacking threat has been brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. I've not seen this since the start of the season. You know, I went on about it at Preston. I just stated the fact being that when we was attacking against Preston with Chair on the field, Poku, all these players that we had fit at the time, you know, we looked like a very interesting team in scoring goals, you know. Now, I'm not saying that each game, because there was games which were a problem, you know. For example, when we played Watford and all of these games, it was more defensive issues. We're making really silly decisions and mistakes, and Julian wasn't making the best, in my opinion, best things to do on the pitch. You know, Kieran Morgan has seemed to be playing really brilliant lately in midfield. But yeah, today is a day where it's so confusing how we have pulled this off at this first half against Derby County. You know, we're looking really confident, strong. Varane is looking better. Kone, I'm sure Robert has something good to say about Kone today. You know, the only fault really I've seen today is just poor decision in marking up on set pieces. like I said in the previous show, set pieces is going to be a big problem for us with their height. You know, obviously the height wasn't the problem in this one. The problem with us was our own mistake, where we don't mark up properly in the defensive line. We have blocked Nardi's, Walsh's eyesight so many times this season, where if it comes off a player and deflects, you know, majority of the time it's either coming off of Steve Cook or someone else. But this time it's come off Varane and got into the back of the net to make it 1-1. But as far as I can say, look, I've really enjoyed watching this last home game of the season. It's been really brilliant in watching it with you guys. So yeah, that corner should have been a goal, David says. It's hard to say. You know, whoever it was that was on the keeper for Blackburn, for Derby, sorry, looked like they were pushing him about a lot of the time. First goal for us though, Harvey Vale, absolute cracker of a goal. You know, it did look like it come off the Derby County player, but it was great play by Daniel Benny to cut back to him and see the vision from him. But even from then, like, we've had a couple of good shots on target today. Kieran Morgan's had a couple, Paul Smith has had a couple, Kone's had a shot and saved. So it looks very interesting. We're looking like we're getting these shots from out of nowhere in different positions and scenarios, where we're not just going into the box, we're even taking attempts out of the box. And I can't explain how many times we've been wanting to see this all season. You know, Kieran Morgan was doing it at the start. Chair usually does it, but Morgan and Varane have had, in my opinion, the best shots on target today. You know, and just because of the brilliant keeping from Derby, it's been keeping them out. Worst times we've been playing good in attack now, LC says. I'm guessing, are you a QPR fan or a Derby fan? I'm guessing a Derby, I'm not too sure. But yeah, for me right now, we got to be careful because Derby are going to make subs now. And the problem is, I reckon Derby are going to go all the way and do the same thing as they did at their ground, which was literally basically staying back, you know, a low block. It's going to be dangerous. We are shooting lower loft, but it's one of them things where I feel like counter-attacking football is what something we've got to watch out for now if they make them subs at half-time. You know, we don't want Ozzo on because Ozzo, to me, is going to pretty much try and get someone sent off. He's that player that, you know, he's not just great on the attack. He's actually a good defensive ability. But he's also willing to try and get fouled to get someone sent off. And Kieran Morgan looks like he's the only person doing the dirty work at the moment. Varane seems to be a more of attacking threat today. So yeah, seems a bit different and weird. Whether we make subs at half time, not too sure, but we'll see what happens. Wolves and Spurs 0-0. Looks like Spurs will be coming to Loftus Road. Would it be announced today though? I doubt it. It won't be announced today. So yeah. Yeah, just all positive to be honest. Apart from obviously, look, the goal that they've scored, Derby. You know, look, a lot of people will blame Nardi. A lot of people will blame what the fuck's going on. You know, but to me, at the end of the day, when it comes down to them type of scenarios, you know, when it comes to deflecting off players and all of that, yeah, you really need a real good skill of reflexes to save them. But even when I start, like, you're blocking a goalkeeper's vision, it's going to be a big letdown. It is. It's going to be a big letdown. And they're just watching a goal now. Absolute cracker of a goal. Oh, damn, why am I always yawning? Jesus Christ. What do you think of the game, people, anyway? Anyone that's watching the game, what do you think of it? Anyone in the chat? What are we saying? By the way, why is Nardi playing? Probably because it's his last game, RWG. It's probably his last home game of the season for QPR. And yeah, pretty much going from there. You know, I think we'll find out on Twitter later on, no doubtly, whether he's leaving or not. He'll probably say something in an interview or probably say something. Or you usually can tell by someone's reaction. Like, for example, when we all knew Marty Fuentes was leaving, when the way he was saying goodbye to everyone on the pitch on the last day of the season last season. So yeah, against Burnley. Varane is looking good today, but Kone is still poor. I'll be honest. I think Kone's done really well today. I'm not saying he's been the best player for us, but he's done really well. Varane looks very good today, apart from the letdown of the corner. I don't know why he's covering that post still when every other player's off of the 3-yard box. H Football says we should not be drawing. I agree 100%. We should be winning this right now. If it wasn't a mistake by our defensive line not stopping that shot, you know, we should be 1-0 ahead. But Derby are going to be fighting for their lives. And why is it, right? Every time we do watch-alongs, right, the camera seems to go off quite a bit. Who's in this chat that's doing it? I'm starting to think someone's doing it in the chat. So, yeah. Alright, listen, give me a sec. I just need to use the toilet. We'll be right back, okay? I'll be back in a second, yeah? Just give me 2 seconds. Toilet. Right, we're back. Right, sorry about that, people. That was Benny player that scored. David says. I don't know who you're on about. Remember to wash your hands, Robert says. I did. Oh, for God's sake, why has the camera gone off again? Alright, we're gonna leave the camera off till the second half. We are. I am back, by the way, and we're just gonna keep the camera off till the second half. He got bollocked for it as well. I'm not too sure, I'll be honest. I'm not too sure. I didn't see that, so yeah. Mate, I don't know what's going on with the camera. We need to fix it, man. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It's fucking stupid. And it needs to be fixed. It really does. Right, what are we thinking anyway? Second half, do we think there's going to be subs? Do we think we're going to see us win the game? Which draw is your stashing? Bruv, do you think I turned the camera off on purpose to flip in? Jesus Christ. You lot are mental, bruv. You lot are mental. I can't help it if the camera could keep... Look, watch. I'll turn it on. Look, my hands are here. Hang on. Look, my hands are here. Hopefully it stays on. I'm not the one that turns it off. I don't know why it keeps turning off. He literally runs away from him. Are we talking about Daniel Benny? Are we? I don't know. I don't know if it's the battery getting drained quickly or it shouldn't even be that. Robert, you haven't, mate. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. Jesus Christ. That's Foley and thingy. Good morning from Toronto. What the heck is Nardi doing in goal? See, he's let in the first shot again. He's useless. Hope it's the last time he plays for us. Well, that's a great comment for coming in, Patrick from Canada. Listen, look, Nardi is playing because he's signed a 4-year contract with the club. He's staying. He's going to be on number 1. And yeah, he's going to be playing just to annoy you so many more times next season. No, I'm joking. Look, thank you for tuning in. Nardi is probably his last game of the season. That's why he's playing. And the likely chances are as well, it wasn't him that actually let the goal in. It was Varane. So yeah, looks a bit smoky. You lot are cracking me up, honestly. A crafty shuffle, word says. Okay. You lot are funny, man. Where's Foley? Where's Foley? Where's Ryan? Where's all these guys that actually do that? I don't do that, man. I'm a good person, man. Not saying that Foley's not a bad person, whatever. Drugs are bad for you, people. Drugs are bad for you. I'll tell you what I do have, though. I have a pretzel. Oh, mate, cinnamon pretzel from Westfield. Try and make. This is what I hate about it, because I make lots of noise. It makes lots of noise, and I hate it. Oh, that's what it was. Alright, we're at 6 likes at the moment, people. Let's try and get 30 likes by the end of the stream. If you can hit the like button, much appreciation on that. Much love. It does help the channel. Yeah, again, I keep repeating myself. It does help the channel, though. There's an Ewok in my room. Are you talking about my dog? Oh, you want to say hello? This is my dog. This is Buffy. Oh god, cheers, Christ. This is Buffy. She's a Yorkshire Terrier. And she loves QPR for some reason. Oh, come on. Go back in bed. Ah, lay down, lay down, lay down. Good girl. She's probably gonna bark in a minute, guys. So yeah, be just a heads up on that. Hopefully, we maintain the momentum throughout his second half, and we go to win. Robert says 7 now, 7 likes now. Jeez. Cheers, people. Cheers. Thank you much, love, for that, man. Anyway, you lot have been brilliant this season, man. Supporting the channel. It's been great chatting with you guys, man. Yeah, it's hopefully this. You know, I'm not saying it's gonna be the end of it, but you know, this has kind of started onto something which I have plans for, in the future for the next season. I'm hoping to stay live with you guys over the end of the season as well with different things, and hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy the staying tuned to the channel, because I'm not gonna lie, I get pissed off with other people's opinions at football which are very delusional. Flipping out, I just see Collie's hair as well. That was a joke, by the way. Right, so it looks like there's going to be a sub. I don't know who for. I thought Kone was coming off them. Right. I don't know who's making the sub. Or QPR are making the sub. So it's Adamson coming on for Mbenge, I think. Mbenge is coming off. So Amadou Mbenge's come off for Adamson. And I think there's only one reason why we've seen that. Alright. We've just gone straight for the kickoff, a long ball into their path. I don't know what that was about. Alright, so Adamson is on. I'm not surprised because Mbenge did go into into the crowd. Very bad. We can only dream. Adamson is shit, Pete says. Right. Oh god, Derby in straight away here. And Ronnie Edwards does a great job defending it. And it's going to be a corner to Derby. Why is it doing this again? Why is it doing this? Ronnie's done well there. Yeah, Paul. Amadou and Benge has come off for Adamson. Right, whipped in by Derby. Cleared away by QPR. Derby still on the ball though. Are we going to see a change in Derby's play? Like we did at their ground? We have the QPR shirt up today as well. Right, Derby playing it back to their keeper. So we're gonna have this later. So it doesn't. So it stays up my bloody way. Right, Adamson. I don't know why he's passing it to Varane right there, but it should be a free kick. Adamson, come on, mate. You're better than that. You do a cracking job with the development side. You do. Right, Nardi to take the free kick. Goes long. Kieran Morgan on the ball. It's an absolute bad ball, to be honest. Kieran Morgan's done well to get it back, and Davis has done well to help out. Played back to Clark Salter. Alright, it's gone long. Paul Smith tries to header it on, but can't get it on his head. Keeper gets it though. Is there any matches on? If Wrexham make the playoffs, they get promoted. It's hard to say, to be honest, mate. Hard to say. Oh, Daniel Benny's done really well there. Daniel Benny on the attack in the box. Can he finish it? Plays it back. Harvey Vale. Oh my god, it's great defense there by Derby. Oh my god. Vale should be finishing that. Oh man, Vale absolutely poor. But Daniel Benny, I thought he was going to go for the shot. I really did. But good to see him not being greedy. But sometimes you got to be greedy in them scenarios. It's absolutely brilliant by Daniel Benny there running down the wing. But Vale, just getting into the box. But he's got to be doing better than to finish it like that. Really bad. That could have been 2-1 there. It has to be a goal, right? And it does. Right, QPR. Brilliant play there by whoever that was. That was Vale at the time. No, it weren't. It was actually Vale. Right, I'm just going to see what games are being played today. So Liverpool beating Palace 2-0. Well, it's Arsenal Newcastle tonight, isn't it? And it's Man City Southampton in the FA Cup later. See, yeah, why is it good? Oh, I don't get why it's doing it. I don't know why this camera's so bad. It's gotta stay on, man. Sorry, people. I promise you, next season, this camera stuff, it's gonna be fixed. Don't you worry. Kone's best attribute is fouling, Robert says. Jesus Christ. Derby player goes down there. Alright, it's a free kick, Derby County it is, on the very close to the halfway line, to be honest. Stoker 1-1 v Portsmouth. Alright, it's whipped in. Derby! Jesus Christ, Clark gets ahead to it. Apparently it's a corner. Let's have a look if it was a corner. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a corner. Oh, it came off Clark Sower. It did. My apologies. Alright, free kick. Corner kick to Derby. These set pieces we've got to watch out for. They're really good with them. Whipped in. And it's not the best of clearances. And we win it back. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's got to be off. He's got to be yellow carded or something. Jeez. Smoddage, what are we doing here? You're losing your cool, man. Varane's done a really good job in winning the ball back, and this guy's literally taken Varane out. Yep, thank you, camera. Jake Clarkson has been looked solid today. I'm guessing that's what you mean. Yeah, he's been brilliant. West Ham just scored. Want Wolves to win and think Spurs will go down. Spurs, well, they won't get confirmed going down today, would they? It's too early yet at the moment. They still got a couple of games left. Kone, come on, you gotta be doing better there. Nah, Daniel Benny, Kone. Oh, just not the best touch there or pace from him to try and even get an effort there. It's gone long anyway. Clark Salter on the ball. Plays it back to Nardi. Alright, it's gone long down the wing. Adamson heads it on. Daniel Benny. To Adamson, back to Daniel Benny. Good play here. Daniel Benny through the middle now. Sees Davis on the wing. Great play. Whipped in short. Kieran Morgan. Oh God, what are we doing, Vale? Kone, come on, someone do something. Kone, 2-1. It's Kone. I told you you'd score today. What play by Kone on the turn. That's what he does. Robert. That's what he does. And the camera, he makes the camera go off. Great play by Kone, holding the ball up and turning like that. Jeez, I was waiting for it to happen. I knew he was going to score today. So Vale with a bad touch control, but he's on that. He chips it into Kone. Kone with a touch on the chest. It might have been a shout to handball, but he does get the goal. that he deserves to the end of the season at home. He's done really well there to put that into the back of the net. Kone has, assisted by Harvey Vale. Get in there now. Don't let Derby back in the game, Paul says. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We've been really brilliant in this game. I've really enjoyed us. You know, we haven't really sat back so much like we usually are. It's been really good. West Ham are winning. Spurs closer to the championship. It's like everyone wants to see us play Spurs, you know. Not everyone wants us to see Spurs. Alright, it's gone long. Alright, good defending there by Adamson. You know, Adamson did well to set up that create that chance for oh, what do they call it, the run for Daniel Benny. Update. Oh fuck yeah, you're right. See, look, you lot are on point. You know, and this is why you know we gotta keep doing this each season. We gotta keep doing this each season. You know, if we win today and we lose on Saturday, lose next week to Ipswich, I would be fine with that. Honestly, I would be fine. I would say happy days. But if we win today and beat Ipswich as well, I would sit here and say another great ending. Another great ending. You know, every season is going to be a tough one. Every season at the start is going to be tough. Running on the ball to Adamson. But today's play has been absolutely amazing, honestly. You know, and this is why I've supported Julian from the start. Because for some reason, I've been seeing something really great from Julian at the start of the season. And I've been saying it constantly. And a lot of people, like, you know, have said, get out of his ass and stuff like that. But for me, there's something about Julian that I really like, and we're all seeing it today, man. Honestly, we're all seeing it today. You know, I rarely get excited about managers that much. You know, there's only been a few, and Julian is one of them. Oh, it's given away. Kone's on the ball. He's waiting for Paul Smith. Paul Smith in the box. Can he make it free? It's good save. Good save. Daniel Benny, what can he do with it here? Gets on his right, shoots, and it's blocked. Yeah, I can't help Ryan, unfortunately. Sorry, man. The camera's going to keep going off, man. I don't know why. It's very weird. Maybe doing this might help. I don't know if it's getting overheated or what. But yeah, I need to have a look. Once the season's over, the camera's got to get sorted out anyway. So yeah, we got it. Gone again, see? Oh man, I don't know. It only does it right. It didn't do it against Swansea, and it's only done it today. It's only doing it today and the other day. I don't know why it keeps doing it. Right, QPR on the ball anyway. It's not great for content, I tell you that. It's gone again. Oh no, it hasn't. I'm just looking at the wrong stream. Right, Harvey Vale on the ball. Harvey Vale. Oh, you know what? He should have been green. Oh, there you go. Do something, Kone. Oh my god, he's missed it. Oh, it's a corner. It's a corner. It's a corner. It's a corner. Oh my god, how has he missed that though? Oh my god. Matt Clark making a fondle of it. Oh, it's a great set. This keeper is actually quite interesting. Cartwell, chip in and get you a new camera. Mate, look, the camera's brand new, to be honest. The camera's brand new. It's just because of what type of... It's an actual camera. It's not a webcam. So I've got to sort out the settings on it and stuff like that. 9 points off playoffs. The goal next season has the playoff. Zach, let's take it game by game. Let's get this season over and done with first and go from there. Whipped in anyway. Vale, good cross in, but keeper clears it. Headed down by Smith. Davis back to Varane. Varane out wide to Paul Smith on the right. Vale's there. Paul Smith whips it in. It's a good ball in. Kone! Morgan! Oh, it's offside anyway. Unlucky. Absolutely loving this performance. I hope you guys are too. Hope he brings on Madsen Brown chair. And you say that he's doing it now. The camera's Sony. Sony Alpha is right. So Madsen Burrell coming on. Ozzo's coming on for Derby, which I said we got to be careful with. So Ozzo's on. Derby are making a lot of changes there. So you know we got to be careful with Derby right now with them changes. But he's seen them changes and he's doing the right thing with the subs in my opinion as well. Burrell and Madsen both coming on. I think Kone is coming off probably. No, it's 23. Oh my god, what are we doing? What are we doing? Daniel Benny's 23, right? I think. Is it Daniel Benny? Are we kidding me, right? You're absolutely. Yeah, Daniel Benny's coming off. And I think Kieran Morgan's coming off as well. Yep. So 2 youngsters coming off. Done an incredible job today. Burrell and Madsen both coming on. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Alright, we've got Madsen and Varane, the best combo, I guess. Back on the pitch. Burrell up front and Cameron's gone yet again. For fuck's sake, man. Right. QPR. Paul Smith fouled. Free kick QPR. Paul Smith has been excellent today, man. Paul Smith has been excellent today. Right, let's try something here. Let me try that. Let me see if that works. I don't know if that's gonna work. Whipped in, Vale, good ball in. Oh, it's just gone over the bar by Ronnie Edwards. Oh, so unlucky. I think Ronnie's captain today, isn't he? Yeah, Ronnie's captain today. Guys, we're at 14 likes. 6 more likes to go till we hit the 20th mark. If we could hit the 20 likes mark, it would be much appreciated. Don't forget it is free, and it does push the channel out and it helps the channel. So like the stream. Paul Smith on the ball. Paul Smith shoots. That's not a great shot. It's pretty pathetic, I'm not going to lie. Keeper comfortably gets it. Right. Derby on the ball now. Plays it back. Ozzo, I think that is. Clark on the ball. Out wide. Derby have. So I think Burrell's playing on the right wing. I think Burrell's playing on the right wing now. Right. Goes wide for Derby on the right. Played into the middle to Ozzo. And it's gone off again. Oh, so bad. 3&Q will give Chair 20 minutes today. Well, whatever he does, you know, I'll be honest, it's not really a big deal. Chair obviously playing the game is a big deal, but I think right now, I think main focus is just keeping the lead and winning. Right, Paul Nardi with a goal kick. 65 minutes gone. Right, it's gone long. Right, Derby out wide again. And here they go on the attack on the wing. And it's good challenge there by... Who was that? Varane? Yeah. Varane has been superb today. Varane has been incredible today. I don't know where he's been all season. Alright, I'm gonna... Do you know what? I'm gonna leave the camera off for 5 minutes just to let it charge. If that needs what it needs. I think, to be honest, I think it's just getting overheated. So guys, I do apologize, man. I do apologize for the camera issues. Hopefully it gets fixed. Sony Alpha cameras commonly turn off due to overheating while recording high resolution video, shooting burst, overheating warnings, yellow icon, power saving modes or low. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably definitely overheating. You're probably right. I'm not gonna lie. But even with that, you need to buy a certain thing to stop that. Kone's injured, is he? He's gone down, but whether that's a serious injury or not, I don't know. I missed it, to be honest. Spurs had Solanke and Simmons forced off with bad injuries. Their season looks like ours in January, February. They are down, though. I'm slapping a bet on them 2 games next year. Kone's up now. It doesn't look too serious for Kone, but look, he's got his goal today. You know, that's just the worst 10 or 11 goals now. You know, all I want to see right now is Burrell get a goal before the end of the season. So yeah. Right, Ilias Share coming on. I think Kone's coming off actually. Yeah, Kone's coming off. He's happy. Ilias Share is on. New haircut by Ilias Share as well. I don't know. It looks like a weird haircut he's got there, bruv. Jeez. Gone with a slick back. Harvey, the camera is going to come on in a second. I know. We're just letting it charge for the moment. It's getting overheated. Ilias Share. Not bad rhyme. Not bad rhyme. Alright. Madsen gives it straight to a Derby County player. Into the middle. Good challenge there by Varane. This could be a throw-in though to Derby. Alright, it's gone long. Woo! Derby almost getting a chance there on goal. Are we for real right now? Oxford are winning 3-0. Oh my god, what are we doing? Sorry, I didn't see the comments. So Collie won't be coming on today then. Bit disappointed with that, Paul says. We haven't made all our subs. We haven't made all our subs. Kone's gone off in a state of shock at scoring. Probably. You never know. We're on the ball anyway with Davis. Plays it back to Soa. Nardi goes out to Ronnie. Ronnie out wide to Adamson. Down the wing. And Chair has just turned him, almost. Burrell chasing it. Keeper for Derby clears it. Harvey Vale on the ball. Is there a free kick? Nope. Continues play with Derby on the ball. Alright, we're back. Hopefully this works. Hopefully it stays on. Oh, Burrell, is he offside? Yeah, he is. Kone, our top scorer, believe it or not. Wild scenes. Julian doesn't like Collie, so be prepared to lose him in the summer. What makes you think that? He hasn't really said anything about Collie. I wouldn't be surprised if he does leave though, but I think that's because of playing time. You know, Collie wants first team. He deserves it. Right, Paul Smith goes out wide. Chair's left it. Oh my god, great play. Paul Smith on the ball. Sees Burrell in the box. Oh, it's just a heavy, heavy ball. Burrell still got it though. What can he do with it? Gets it into the box. No one there. It's going to be a corner to QPR. You can only make sub 3 times during the match with half-time sub and Madsen Burrell coming on. And now Chair can bring... Oh, right, okay. I didn't acknowledge that. So we made 4 subs altogether. Yeah, right. Chair to take the corner. Whipped in. And it's cleared away by Derby. Paul Smith. Foul. That's a foul. How's that not a free kick? Vale on the ball. Done really well to get into the box. Vale. Vale shoots. Saved. Oh, Burrell on a deflection. Unlucky there. Oh my god. So unlucky by QPR not to make it 3-1. Oh, Paul Smith should have got a free kick there though. I don't know why I wasn't given. Derby on the ball now on the run on the wing. Out wide. Adamson, oh, Adamson, what we doing? Good challenge there, I'm not gonna lie. It's a free kick still. Oh, it's a corner. Adamson's done well there for QPR. Alright, so Derby making a sub, Travis coming off. It would be good to keep Collie, Kone, Burrell, but I think Kone and Burrell will stay and complete for goals and Collie may be sold, but I'd be guided that if play has powerful... Look, if Collie goes, you know, it will be upsetting. Look, I like Collie. Collie's a brilliant young talent, but the problem is wages is a big problem at the club, and if we need to bring players in, we need to sell players as well at the same time. Alright, Darby with a free kick. Whipped him. And it's 2-2. And there's a sub, and there's a set piece that I was talking about. I did say set pieces were going to be a problem. If we're not going to watch the set pieces, look at the height in there, man. We got to be defending better than that. We got to be defending our players. To be honest, I think it should be a free kick to us. I'm a bit confused. Listen, look, if we're going to just keep blaming Nardi for that, Jesus Christ, look, you're clearly not watching what I'm watching right now. Look, I rate Nardi, but he's not fucking Superman. He's not going to save every fucking thing. Right, Ilishare has been fouled. Nope, Ozzo on the attack. 15 minutes to go, and this is what I said about Ozzo, man. Look, he's on the attack right now. Out wide, Smudge. Whips it in, and it's 3-2. Nope, good save by the players there. Free kick QPR. The young boy gave away and Neves, Robert says. I don't know what that means. Listen up. The goal that they've scored, I'm not surprised they've scored it. It's a set piece. Like I said in the preview show, set piece is something we need to watch out for. Look, technically looking at what I was watching, whoever was marking that player was getting literally battered by that guy. Tugged around and everything. So whether that is a free kick to QPR in the box or what, but you know, we've got to be defending corners and set pieces better than that. Nardi at that distance, yeah, he got fingertips to it, but at the end of the day, it's gone in the back of the net. So yeah, it's just us. You know, we got the attacks look brilliant today. Defense, just constant mistakes at the back. We need to win this game now, man. Honestly, we need to put it to bed. Look, as far as I'm looking, who is that? Is that Paul Smith or Vale? You're just getting put on the ground, man. You're getting bossed around. I didn't see how the free kick got won. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. But Koki Seto's come on. Allows you to keep your eye on me. What do you think of people? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I'll have to have a look, Adam. But Koki Seto just come on for Paul Smith, I think it is. Paul Smith's just gone down the tunnel, I think. Is it Paul Smith? Adamson's gone into a challenge there. 10 minutes to go. Oh. Gone in. Diaz. Whipped in by Derby. And it's going to go out for a goal kick, I think. It didn't even say... Was it Paul Smith that come on? Was it Paul Smith that came off? I need to check. Doesn't say yet. They haven't even announced this up yet. Chair, what we doing? Yeah, they're putting pressure on us a lot. Chair wins it back. Is there a free kick? Adamson. It's gonna be a throw in to Derby. Sato for Smith. Yeah, I think that might be an injury. That might be, to be honest. He did walk straight down the tunnel. He did. Whether that's a good thing or bad. When was the last time I went to Loftus Road? Oh god, it's been a while. I think it may have been Man United at home on the friendly. Koki Sato, free kick, QPR. Well, hopefully we don't lose it. Let's stay positive. Come on, boys. Let's stay positive here. I know we know the club very well, our team well, but we're still attacking. We are. Mate, I look like I'm flipping got a tan right now. Jeez. Alright, Davis plays it back. Oh my god, what are we doing? Clark Silva! What are we doing? Just hoofed it for no reason. Alright, that ball's getting taken away from them. Leo Watts, yours. Thank you for tuning in, Leo. Much love. Norwich are 1-1 with Swansea now. 10 minutes to go, people. We're putting a bit of pressure on them. Burrell plays it back to their keeper, Derby Ave. Clark on the ball. They're probably just going to kill time and make sure patience is key. Varane, oh god. Challenged by Varane. Smonid's on the ball. Varane clearing it bloody brilliantly there. It's going to be a throw into Derby. We are constantly mid-table, Pete says. Your score is... Oh, shit. My bad. Sorry. 2-2. My bad. My apologies. My bad. Right. Derby throwed it to Clark at the back. He's got the hump. Who, me or Julian? Alright. Burrell wins it back. Cleared. Straight to a Derby player in the box. Cleared away. Come on, chair. Ozzo on the ball. It's going to be a free kick Derby. Why is he fighting chair for? Ronnie Edwards is captain today. Needs to relax, Ozzo does. I thought he was going to punch Ilya Share them. Right. Derby with a free kick. Like I said, set pieces. They got all their two players at the back post. And why does it keep doing this? Whip back post. Oh, Clark in there over the bar. Told you, man. Look, Derby with their set pieces is one of them things. It's where they get their goals from. We got to be defending set pieces better next season. We need more height in that box, we do. 5 minutes to go anyway. Right, Nardi to clear it. Jimmy's injured, I think. He'd probably be fit to play next game, to be honest. Oh my god, I'm not seeing this now, right? I'm really not seeing this. This ain't good. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Guess what, people? Oh, guess what? Burrell is down holding his hamstring. Burrell is down holding his hamstring right now. Right. That's not what I wanted to see today. Not what I wanted to see. And I don't think we can make a sub. We might end up finishing with 10 men. We'll see right now. we'll see right now what's the outcome. If he's going off, we're fucked, honestly. Is his hamstring again, man? Right, he's coming off the pitch at the moment. But yeah, he's holding his hamstring. He's coming off. I think that might be it for him. We might finish off with 10 men here. Uh, is he going down the way? Yeah, he's going down the tunnel. We're finishing the game with 10 men, people. 10 men. QPR. Injuries have been a real problem for us this season. And that right there will tell me right now that 100% I don't think Sunderland will even go in. Anyone will go in for him. Alright, Derby go long. Yep, Robert. Yep. 10 men QPR. It's not good. Alright, Ronnie clears it. Clark heads it down to their wing up. Adamson. Oh my god, he's gone through the middle from Adamson. And 3-2 Derby. 3-2. 3-2 Derby. 3-2. Bannell. What a goal. What a goal. What a goal. What a goal, right? What a goal. I'm just wow. I'm lost for words right now. Just lost for words. 10 men and Adamson and who's that, Vale? Come on, man. What are we doing defending, man? What? Defending has been so bad this season, man. So bad. Do you know what, man? When I said to everyone when Ozzo was gonna come on, it was gonna be bad, man. I stated it. I stated at the start of the game. When Ozzo was gonna come on, it was gonna be bad. What a goal by the winger, though. What play by Bannell. What play. Fuck's sake, really? Are we really doing this? I wouldn't compare us to Arsenal. What the hell? I'm just gonna ignore that stuff, to be honest. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna get into it. Game over, Derby win 3-1. No. Derby are winning 3-2. Where did 3-1 come from? Alright, Derby in the box. Smodic shoots and it's blocked by Adamson. Oh, it's actually gonna be a goal kick. Alright, added time coming up. Obviously the game's coming up to an end. So yeah, last home game of the season. And it looks like what went from a great game has gone to a crazy upsetting day, and this is what happens now. Derby are going to play this game where they're just going to constantly go down and waste time because they've taken the lead, they've done what they've needed to do to come back, and yeah, this is what they do. Well, we haven't bottled anything because we ain't been in nothing. How can we bottle anything when we ain't been in anything? Alright, Derby making a sub. Added time coming up. Swanage is coming off a bath. $10 added time, did they say? Did I just hear that correct? 10 minutes. I'm sure I just heard 10 minutes. Am I hearing things? Was it 10 minutes? I feel, look, I can't really say much on the defensive thing that I've said many times about Steve Bold. I have what's going on, but I can't really speak on it until they've mentioned something about it. Really, I'll say my thoughts. Like, I think this season's defense has been bad. You know, we haven't really been great with defensive abilities for the past couple of seasons. This right now I'm watching, like, you know, going from 1-0 to 1-1 to 2-1 to 2-2 and then to 3-2 is a mad one. Honestly, I'm speechless right now. You know, Burrell's gone off injured, Paul Smith's gone off injured, Kone may have gone off injured. Yeah, I'm lost for words right now. What Derby have just done. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna win this today, but I did say Ozzo when he came on would be a big threat and change the game for Derby, and he has. Ozzo coming on. Even this winger looks crazy good, man. This number 34 for Derby, he's back on it. Cuts in. Morris on the ball. Oh, come on, dog. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Alright, Derby are just gonna kill time now. Alright. Clear the ball. Communicate! What are we doing? Can we please communicate with Nardi? Jeez, man. Adamson, what are we doing? Who's play up top? It's probably Burrell. It's probably Chair or someone like that. That's if we're playing anyone up top. Yeah, Derby's just going to play it in the corner now. That's what they're doing. It's going to be a goal kick to Nardi. So Derby are a point off the playoffs at the moment. Julian looks good in a loser's suit. Jesus Christ. Adam, I don't know where you've come that from. What minute are you on? Unless my stream's late. Right. Varane out wide to Adam. Oh, it's a fucking. You know what? I'm not impressed with this Adamson at first team. He's you know, he's Escudino and him are having a great season in development side, but first team wise, they're just not ready. They're not ready. I don't think they're going to be ready next season either. Adamson looks like a player that likes to get into challenges and foul. Right, it's gone long anyway. Ronnie Edwards heads it straight into the box. Derby just killing time now. This is what they do. This is why John Eustace is doing a good job at Derby. Set piece goals, counter-attacking football, killing time. And look, he's gone down. Look, Morris has gone down. He's killing time for no reason. Just killing time. That's what it is. Derby done really well with it. You got 5 minutes to go, right? And they're playing in a corner. That explains everything. Alright, Adamson goes long. Touchdown by Chair. Vale to Adamson. Down the wing to Chair. Back to Adamson. Oh my god, that's got to be a free kick. Yep. QPR's free kick. Sato getting fouled there. Played quickly. Ilias. What are we doing? Are we seriously... Like, ref, really? Ref, come on. Ref is a fucking maniac. Ronnie Edwards goes long. Oh, it's a bad ball, I bet. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually a good ball. Davis on the ball. He's gone down. Is it a free kick? Nope. It's going to go out for a throw into Derby, though, because he's pathetic at left back. 22 shots, 12 on target, 2 goals versus 12 shots. It just explains Zach. It just explains it. Alright, it's going to be a long frame by Derby. 4 minutes to go until the end of our home season. What's this dog doing? Here we are, QPR. What the fuck do you think happened? Fair enough. Gone long. Harvey Vale. Oh, no. It's going to be a throw into Derby. Derby got a chance here. Derby got a chance to get him to that playoff position yet again. Alright, it's headed on. Alright, it's going to be a Derby throw. Tell you, man, this is what they're great at, Derby. Just wasting time. Alright, play it back. Clark hits it in there. Morris touchdown. It's going to be a free kick. Derby, is it? Nope. Derby lose the ball. Madsen. Madsen to Sato. Back to Madsen. Oh, for God's sake, guys. Relax, relax. Stop letting the result get to you guys. Relax. Alright, Vale on the ball. Ronnie Edwards to Clark Salter. Out wide to Davis. Varane to Davis. Oh my god. Communicate, please. Ronnie back on it. Sato on the ball. Sato. What can you do with it here? Into the box. No one in there. Just no. Where? About to say, where's Burrell? Just realised Burrell was not fucking on the pitch. Sato again on the ball. I don't know why we're trying to get it in there by crosses when there's no one in there. Look up, Sato, please. Look up, look up, look up, look up, look up. It's going to be a corner. He's done well. He's done well. Pete. Oh, Nardi's coming up. Last minute of the game, Nardi's coming up. If he scores, what an ending to his career at QPR. I'm leaving, Pete says. No worries, mate. You have a good weekend. Hopefully this hasn't upset you a lot. But have a great evening and a weekend, Pete. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Crossed him. Cleared away by Derby. Davis heads it in there. Derby clear it again. It's going to be a throw into QPR. Played quickly to Adamson. Oh, it's a shit. Oh, no. Chair's on it. Chair whips it in the box. And it's cleared away. And Derby. And that's it. Full time. QPR end their season at home with a 3-2 loss to Derby County. let me just sort this out quickly. Because do that. There we go. There we go. Cool. Right. So yeah, QPR lose 3-2 to Derby at home. It's a great finish for Derby. You know, unfortunately, QPR have not exactly been there. Well, you know, at the end of the season, I should say. They've been incredible today at the start, but finished off really badly. You know, we've had Burrell go off of injury yet again, and we've had a couple of other players as well. The players obviously will do a lap of honour later on, but obviously that won't be on here, and will be ended before that. But yeah, I was really enjoying the first half. It was very interesting, very good. A lot of work needs to be done for next season. Let's see what happens on Saturday against Ipswich. I don't think it's going to be a win personally. I think it's going to be a loss. But you know, we you know, played okay at the start of the game today. I can't really say much about the second half. You know, we did look good at times, but once injuries come into it, we looked really bad. So yeah, apart from that, everyone, we're gonna leave it there. Thank you everyone for obviously tuning in today, and not as well as today, but as well as the rest of the season at home games as well. Obviously we'll do something next week, but yeah, hopefully you have a lovely evening. I know the result wasn't the best. I know the end of the game wasn't great. A bit of heat there in the chat at the last moments. Try to just forget it, get on with it, go from there. Apart from that, we'll catch you obviously next week. We'll be live obviously tomorrow for our match reaction as always, but I think the match preview for Ipswich will be pre-recorded because it'll be a bit more of an edited version of the end of the season. So yeah, apart from that, have a lovely evening, have a lovely weekend. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. It does help the channel grow. 20 likes if must. And subscribe if you want to. We'll catch you next time. Have a lovely evening. Thank you for tuning in on the stream. Paul, cheers to the stream, says DB, hope you enjoy the rest of your day just like you got to know us in the last home game of the season. RWG, thanks to the stream. Look, everyone, shout out to you guys. Love you all, man. But have a lovely weekend and peace out. Catch you on in a bit.